Third down, 7 4.
All right, sorry about that. But we're back online. Argie, maybe you could bring us up to date on what happened.
Yeah, the Knights' first play of this drive had a penalty. Started out with a 1st and 15, and now on the 3rd and 7, they were able to pick up a first down to Jared Wayne. Sure, they saw the touchdown, right? Yeah.
Well, if they missed that,
there was
the Knights were making an onside kick after their score. It was an errant kick. The Bulldogs picked it up and ran for a touchdown. Long throw by Luca. Overthrew his man. Intended for Javon Jacobson, was it?
And he got popped there too at the end of that play. Took a shot right in the chest. They brought the blitz there.
And since then, now the Knights have been on offense. It is 2nd and 10 from the Knights' 31-yard line. Handoff to Ludovic Choquette. Good run, 5 yards up the middle.
Tackle by number 5, Kevin Thomas. Third down and 5 for the Knights.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looks like they're bringing the blitz here. Let's see if they come.
A delay of game penalty against the Knights.
Delay of game against the Knights.
Yeah, I think it was just a bit too much changing of the play from the sideline there. The play clock is right there for the players and coaches to see, so they just, not much they could do there. They need to just, kind of go with it or call a timeout. Because 5 yards on 3rd and 5 is a lot.
Well, the quarterback has to be aware of that clock, or the coaches. Somebody should have called the timeout there.
Exactly. Yeah, because there's a big difference between 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 10. Because now, half your playbook is basically out of the question here. Blitz doesn't come.
Luka looking to throw. He loses the ball. Looks like a recovery.
And that was number 22
on the part of the Bulldogs.
And that was number 22 on the forced fumble, Joseph Morgan. Luca was coming from his backside. Didn't see it coming and just held on the ball a bit too long there, but came from the blind side. Not much he could do there. And then recovered by the Bulldogs. Now they have a great chance to get right back into this with a touchdown.
Now maybe you'll understand why I was nervous at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Big turnaround right now. 1st and 10 on the Knights' 31-yard line.
And they've definitely figured out the Knights' defense here. They're coming back lined up in their spread formation.
Bulldogs going to work. He throws it up. Out of bounds, beyond the reach of the receiver.
And that was good coverage there by Jabril Muhammad. There was really, even if there was a decently thrown ball, he was right in position to either pick it off or knock it down. So good coverage.
And a well-thrown ball by the Bulldog quarterback because he put it in a position where only his man could get it, or it would go out of bounds as it did.
Yeah, right you are, Jeff, for sure. You want to give your guy and only your guy a shot at the ball there.
Second and 10 with the Bulldogs on the Knight 31-yard line. Quarterback draw. Good for 3 yards up the middle.
Third down and 6 for the Bulldogs.
Brings up 3rd and 6 or 7 to go.
All right, this is a crucial down for them here.
Another design run by Bellamy. Hard hit by the Knights. That was Jabril Mohammed with a very nice stop. Not easy to bring that Bulldog quarterback down the way Jabril just did.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they both got basically very, very low to the ground there. Yeah, he's elusive and he's fast, so, you know, keeping kind of, you know, you don't want to overextend versus Bellamy there, and he was able to make a good stop.
Brings 4th and 6. Bellamy is sacked, and the Knights bear down on defense and will regain possession of the ball. Turnover on downs.
Absolutely, yeah, and that was big Lamine again, as well with Devontae Turner, Lamine Kawanda and Devontae Turner combined for the sack there, and able to get the ball back into the Knights' hands with a good field position.
All right, Knights go to work here, 1st and 10. A screen out to Ludovic. No, that was Austin Minall.
He was able to make the first guy miss, but not much else going there.
It was thrown a little bit behind him, so AJ had a bit of a hard time getting a start on that.
Exactly, yeah, with the ball coming behind, not much he could do after the play there. Has to kind of regain himself before he can try to make a move on a defender.
Gonna bring up 2nd and 12 for the Knights.
Looked like the ball squirted out there.
Looks like the ball. Ludovic Choquette was the ball carrier, and he lost the ball.
That was Devontae Glover on the forced fumble there. He kind of just attacked
the Bulldogs are going to take over, and the momentum of this game has turned utterly.
100%, Jeff. You're 100% right. Yeah, I mean, Devontae Glover was able to reach his big arm in there and kind of strip at the ball, and made a good play. And again, the Bulldogs were able to jump right on it.
Right, started with the Knights were having a little bit of a hard time getting going on their offense.
Yeah.
That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Oh!
And the ball comes loose. Knights recover.
Wow, this is insane, Jeff. Big CO there, reaching in and getting his paw on the football and just stripped it straight up into the air. And I believe that was that Devontae on the recovery, Jeff? I thought I saw number 52.
I did not see who recovered the ball.
I believe it was Devontae caught it in midair. But yeah, wow. The momentum seems to be shifting by play.
Play by play.
Yeah.
Well, 28-14 Knights recover the ball at their own 38-yard line. 1st and 10 Knights. They're going to have to bear down on offense now and get back into a rhythm.
And I like that a lot by Coach Chinchar. As soon as you get back on offense, just give the ball back to the guy who fumbled on the previous drive.
Nice hard run by Ludovic.
And we have a player down for the Knights, shaken up. Looks like Hudson Regensburg.
That's Hudson Regensburg. He's starting to get up.
And he'll definitely have to sit out of play. And looks like they're bringing in Devontae to come and fill in for him for one more play.
And the Seahag Marina. Bulldogs really appreciate your support. Go Dogs.
Well, we were expecting some fireworks tonight from CO. CO Nofa go to Toa. I don't know why I'm trying to say it again, but we were expecting something, and he really got his hand that ball and caused a fumble. Another handoff to Ludovic. He sweeps around the left end, and a great run by Ludovic.
Wow.
Finally brought down, but not before crossing the 30-yard line of Taylor County.
And Ludovic is a very interesting runner to watch. He's super fluid in his movement, and he's deceptively shifty. He makes guys miss just off of 1-2 quick cuts, and he gets right around. He doesn't look like he's super fast, really, or anything, but his game speed is so much faster than everyone else just because of how fluid he is with his movement. And looks like Javon is in the backfield, Javon Jacobson.
I think they're giving Ludovic a bit of rest. He moved too soon.
Let's see.
Looked like Javon in the backfield maybe started to go.
Yep. So it seems like the Knights, they get one play going and they kind of have a hiccup the next play. They need to just be consistent and string a few plays together in here. Just outside the red zone of the Bulldogs. And now they're, putting themselves in another tough situation, 1st and 15.
All right, nice run up the middle. Knights get back the 5 yards.
Looks like some last-minute substitutions. They can try to get this ball off quickly here. Looked like he didn't get off in time there, but the referee didn't see it.
Yeah, Luca was pointing in the direction of the player, but the referee did not see that.
Yeah.
Knocked out of bounds. 3rd down and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12 for the Knights. A little bit too far to go for a field goal at this point.
Yeah, definitely going to be going. They have 2 shots at this 1st down for sure. It's going long.
Deep pass. Little bit underthrown.
He was hit right as he threw it. And there's another flag.
That was intended for Jaden Mortley. Holding against the Knights, and that's declined. It's an interesting to decline that penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's maybe you just give your defense a shot on 4th and long 11 here. I think I may have done the same thing. I actually like the call from the from the coaching staff of the Bulldogs there to just let the play go and try to stop him on 4th down here. They bring the blitz.
And yes, they do, and they're successful. Luca is sacked all the way back to the 44-yard line of...
And that was Devontae Glover again. He's made a number of big plays on defense for the Bulldogs, and he was able to get in there and get the sack or put on the initial pressure coming off from his linebacker spot and coming off the blitz. So now the Knights will have to...
Well, yeah, Devontae Glover is probably one of the most athletic people on the team and is a star of that secondary for the Bulldogs.
Yep, absolutely.
Brings up a 1st and 10 for Taylor County. Ball is thrown low, incomplete.
Pass intended for Roberts, incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
That pass was intended for Zoe Roberts. Second and 10.
Oh. Referee took a big spill there, Jeff.
Big
I don't know if you saw that.
Ref, and the Knights did very well to keep the pressure on the Bulldog quarterback, #1 Bellamy.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, and again, those defensive ends, their job when they're lined up in that formation is to not let him get outside. You want him to sit in there. If he has anywhere to step up, you want him to step up the middle of the field. If he gets that edge, it could turn into a big play. But luckily, Jorgen was able to come down from his linebacker position and make the stop for a loss of 1.
Well, really, the Knights have been successful all night in stopping that big run from Bellamy.
Exactly, exactly.
They bring the blitz. Pass. It's a blitz. He gets it away.
And I don't know about you, but if I have Big CO chasing after me on that play, I'm not too happy about it. Looked like he was.
I'm going to get rid of the ball in a hurry.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Knights did their job there. They forced the 3 and out, and they'll give the offense a shot to come back and they try to see if they can get some more points. They've been, other than that first drive of this half, they haven't been able to get too much going. They get a play, they make a big play, and then just a few mistakes cost them their drive. So look for them to try to clean that up on this next one.
Well, they did buckle down on defense there.
Yeah.
Bulldogs with the punt.
Skies it high.
Knights let it bounce. It's taking a Bulldog hop. And the Knights will take over on their own 24-yard line. First and 10 Knights. Luca looking to throw the ball.
That's to Austin. I think he got just enough to get that first down there.
First and 10 Knights.
And that was Austin Manal.
Yeah, just a little quick, easy screen pass, get them the ball out in space. and able to pick up a first down. And that's a good way to start the drive.
1st and 10 Knights. Ludovic with the carry up the middle. And the Bulldogs do a good job in closing down that run.
Tocat on the carry, tackled by Caleb Dillon.
That'll bring down 2nd and 6 for the Knights.
Look for the blitz here, Jeff. Looks like number 4 is coming off the edge again, and he does. Oh. Jaden had a touchdown there. The blitz came, and he got right inside of that corner there. If he catches that ball, that's a house call for sure.
Yeah, it was thrown really perfectly, but not an easy catch off Jaden's fingertips.
Yeah, I mean, and Jaden's the type of kid, he's going to catch that ball 9 out of 10 times, so I wouldn't sweat it too much if I were him. Just, you know, I think that's a good look for the Knights there when they bring off that linebacker to get the ball off quickly.
Another screen pass.
And that's AJ again.
Very good hard run after the catch by Austin Manal.
First down Knights at midfield, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, that's a first down Knights.
All right, here we go. He's got a man.
Got a man up the middle, complete.
And I like to see him speed it up here. Just go, get it going, tire out that defense, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Yep, they're not even huddling.
Jared Wayne with the catch.
And they're just going, Jeff. They're just lining up on the ball and getting after it.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. High throw.
Pass incomplete. Second down and 10 for the Knights.
2nd and 10. Big hole for Ludovic up the middle. It looks like a first down.
Again, I mean, he's getting about, I'd have to say, at least 6 or 7 yards every time he touches the ball, and they're getting him in good spots. You know, and the offensive line is making good lanes for him to run in behind. So he's doing a good job. Offensive line is doing a good job, and he's having a heck of a day so far. Here they go again.
1st and 10.
Number 4 is coming on the blitz. Yep. That was
another hard run.
That was a quick snap there to Jorgen Goldbranson. A little bit of trickery, try to slow down that rush.
Elijah Sibless on the carry. Pick up a 4, 2nd down and 6 for the Knights.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Clearwater Academy Knights 28, Bulldogs 14. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our 2018-2019 PCHS varsity cheerleader. Acacia Britt, Alyssa Bloom, Maddie Chafin, Macy Clark, Kara Clayton, Kara Dixon, Abby Fike, Ayana Fitchett, Josie Lout, Hannah Lytle, Caroline Middleton, Mackenzie Nolan, Deasia Oliver, Casey Parker, Nehemiah Richardson, Mahogany Smith, Abiana Stewart, Erica Taylor, Allison Toll, and the Bulldog mascot, Rodney Moore. Coaches, Janet Joshua and Terry Murphy. Big round of applause. Great job, girls.
Okay, so the Knights are lining up. Have a second and about 6. And they switch side, and now they're into the 4th quarter. Ludovic is the running back. Handoff goes to him, makes 2 miss. Pickup of about 3. And it'll look like it'll be third and a short 1.
Pick up a 5, 3rd down, call it 2 for the Knights.
Big down here.
Luca looking to pass.
Doesn't see anyone.
Incomplete, ran out of room in the end zone.
Looked like the receiver on the right side didn't get out of his break fast enough. I thought Luca maybe could have picked it up with his legs there, but he wanted to go for it all. Now a big 4th down for both teams here.
Well, that was an attempt with Jared Wayne again, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a little bit thrown a little bit late. Jared ran out of end zone room.
Exactly, yeah. Like where you want to put that ball if you have a chance is towards that back pylon, because that gives him a lot of room to beat, outrun his defender. And Ludovic will pick it up easily here.
Nice run by Ludovic Chiquette.
And I mean, I want to know how many broken tackles he has tonight. It's somewhere upwards of 10, 15, because the first guy is always just kind of falling off of Ludovic every time he carries the ball.
Very hard runner.
Yeah, for sure.
Runs much like a fullback.
And looks like he might be a bit shaken up on the play there. He's definitely getting his work in, absolutely.
All right, he looks he looks okay.
Bulldog fans, don't forget next week the Bulldogs travel to Waukama. 7:30 start. Travel and support your Bulldogs.
All right. First and goal for the Knights.
Touchdown. Javon Jacobson finds the end zone there.
Touchdown Knights.
Found a lane and was able to get right into the end zone.
Javon Jacobson takes it in for 10 yards out.
Yeah.
Javon Jacobson.
Must be nice to be Coach Chinchar there, having 2 running backs who can do quite well.
Talent.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, the Knights are going for 1. It's up, and it is good.
Kick is up, kick is good.
And I don't think Pablo has missed all year, I want to say, from these point after tries.
I think 1 maybe, but
yeah, he's
35-14 Knights, and it looks like they've kind of turned things around when it looked like it could be anybody's game.
Yeah.
Really midway in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Once they took off that onside kick and had a few forced turnovers on defense, the Bulldogs looked like they were right back in it, but they were never really able to get in the end zone again to really make it super close. So yeah, we'll be seeing if they can, now down 3 scores, they need a touchdown on this drive. they're running out of time for sure.
Well, you guys may or may not notice this, but every week when we put up the live stream, we have a picture to feature the link. And we'll probably choose the player who's going to be on that link before the end of the game. Any candidates so far, Argy, for that?
Any candidate? For me, I think Ludovic is definitely up there for me. He's really just carried the ball all day very, very well. And again, we have a poor kickoff.
Knights with a poor onside attempt. I'm surprised they were trying an onside at this point.
Yeah, agreed. I'd like to just see him kick it deep here. But anyways, back to what I was getting to. I think Ludovic has had a really, really good game for the running back spot. And I think also Javon has made some great plays on defense, able to find the end zone himself. So for me, so far, those would be my two candidates. But you know, there's still a whole quarter to go. I know the defensive line all night has been playing great. So it really could go to any number of players on that defensive line as well.
All right, well, we'll announce who that player will be just after the end of the game. Long throw by the Bulldogs, and incomplete. The Knights had covered that very well.
Yeah, it looked like Austin and Cody Nichols were on the coverage there on defense.
And despite that, Robert Glanton of the Bulldogs put himself into a position where he almost came down with that ball.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Second and 10 for Taylor County. Quarterback looking to throw, nobody there, incomplete.
A few shouts and complaints for pass interference.
Third and 10 for the Bulldogs. A little mix-up. He probably intended that ball for Robert Glanton again, but Glanton cut inside instead of out.
So now fourth and 10 play here, and like I said, I mean they're 10 minutes left, barring any turnovers or anything. They need to get in the end zone quickly here so they can have a chance with maybe 7 minutes left. Down 2 scores is definitely doable, but down 3 scores with 8 minutes is a huge difference.
Definitely need to punch it in here, and
big pressure by
turnover,
and almost picked off. There was big pressure there coming from Sparky, and looked like either Lamine or Curvins and Sparky on the big pressure. They're able to get a big hit on the quarterback.
Well, we almost saw Cody Nichols get into the action. We haven't heard from him too much tonight.
And that's always a good thing when you're a defensive back. When your name's not being called doesn't mean means that you've been doing your job for the most part on the defensive side of the ball. But he's definitely, he's made some good plays, but for the most part, he's just been covering his guy and doing well.
First and 10 for the Knights. Tough run up the middle. Picks up 4 yards.
Jump in on the carry, picks up 4, 2nd down and 6.
So Ludovic Choquette again.
And I mean, he's got to be up there close to 20 carries on the day for sure. I mean, they're just feeding him today.
Yes. Well, Coach Chinchar had told me before the game that he was going to pound it in the ground, and certainly has done that.
And we see a flag for intentional grounding. So for those who are not familiar with high school football rules, even if you throw the ball when you're outside the pocket past the line of scrimmage, there has to be a receiver in the area. Excuse me. You can't just throw it out of bounds. It's always a grounding call. It's kind of a weird rule. It doesn't make too much sense. If protecting the players is what you want to be in the game, because it just allows for unnecessary hits. But yeah, that was a good call by the refs there, actually.
And they don't call it very often.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely don't call it very often, but that was the case there. Fumble snap. Oh my goodness. And they got it. The Bulldogs recovered. And it looks like the Knights players just didn't even react to it, Jeff. They kind of tried to knee on it or something. They need to be flying at that ball to try to recover it there.
Well, there was somebody right next to the ball that was not very aggressive in picking it up.
Exactly. He needs to be diving on that ball there. It's such now a momentum shift. They're going to take over deep in the Knights territory. And, like I said, if they can make this a 2-score game with 7 minutes left, they're right in it. 2 stops, 2 scores, and it's a tie ball game. All right, so it looks like Robert Glanton has taken over at quarterback here. And a big stop there by Curvins.
That's a interesting move. Bellamy is in the lineup, so it's not as if he's injured.
Yeah.
Loss of 6 on the play.
So it looks like it might have been a design play.
Yeah, I think you're right.
For one play.
I think you're right. No, it looks like they're sticking with him at quarterback here, and they've moved Bellamy to running back.
Glanton throws it low and in the dirt. There's a bit of a fight. Penalty against the Knights.
Flag on
And Sparky, I think, was involved in some extracurricular stuff there.
Was that Sparky or Sia?
No, it looked like Big 55.
Okay. Is he still in the lineup?
No, I believe he was just ejected from the game, but I'm not 100% sure. He's there walking over on the sideline.
I see him walking.
Yeah, I mean, just a bit of frustration, I guess, but there's no need for that in your tight ball game. But maybe I didn't see what happened initially there, so maybe it was on both sides. Not sure.
Unfortunately, the refs will call only what they see.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like to be offsetting penalties there.
All right, so they did call offsetting, so evidently the refs saw some extracurricular activities by both teams.
And the fans here are not happy about it there.
No, the fans only saw what we saw.
Yep.
But there must have been something earlier that provoked Sparky into that kind of reaction.
Yeah, I think both players probably jawing with each other after the play. So now it'll be 3rd and long.
Third and 15.
And
Blanton breaks up what would have been a pick by Cody Nichols, but he brought him down by the face mask.
I thought I saw the same thing, but maybe he just grabbed by the top of the helmet.
That's what Cody was indicating to the ref, and but the ref was not buying it.
All right, and 4th down here. They, like I said, they need to score points quickly. They're running out of time here.
4th and 15 for Taylor County.
And I think they're going to try delay game.
That was delay a game against the Bulldogs.
And
5-yard penalty.
And I think they're going to try to get the ball to number 1, DeCorian Bellamy here for sure. I mean, he's definitely, I mean, playing quarterback. You know, he's made a few mistakes for sure, but I think he still has the ability with the ball in the open field to make a few guys miss and try to pick up this long 4th down. And
Blanton
he's looking to him.
Pass incomplete. Well covered by the Knights, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
And Cody Nichols is upset there, but I think he was just, you know, it's happened in the last few 4th down plays. He wanted an interception, but that actually doesn't help you as much as a turnover on downs would. So they're more.
Right. He actually should not catch the ball back. Certainly not into the end zone.
Exactly. Just in terms of field position. So better those balls get knocked to the ground than interception.
Brings 1st and 10 for the Knights. They'll be starting on their own 36-yard line.
Oh my goodness!
Dangerous pass by Luca.
And if excuse me, if Devontae Glover is able to actually watch the ball come out of Stanzani's hands, he's able to take that for a touchdown easily. He read that play well, just didn't see the ball flying what looked to be right towards him.
Right. All right, there's a handoff to Ludovic Choquette. Another strong run by Ludovic. 8 yards. Will bring up 3rd and 2. And Devontae Glover with the stop for the Bulldogs. Another run by Ludovic.
And he's going to be close.
He's going to be close, possibly short by a foot.
But again, he makes that first guy miss every time.
4th down and 1 for the Knights.
And they're definitely going to be going for it here. I don't envision them trying to punt it.
4th and 1. It'll be an interesting call for the Knights. Obviously, the Bulldogs will be looking for a run by Ludovic at this point.
I think you're totally right, Jeff. I mean, he's been moving well on the ground all day. So I think for sure I would be expecting him to get the ball here.
Unless the Knights elect to do a little trickery and give it to the first man up.
Want to give a shout out to Miles Putney. Appreciate you being in the stream. I think he sent me a text. And that's, looks like, oh my goodness. Oh no. Looks to be a full yard shy. You know, I could see actually them handing the ball to Big Jorgen.
Well, that's what I was thinking too, as the first man up.
Okay, yeah. That's I think I could definitely envision that for sure. Just a direct snap type deal. Surprised they don't have more players in the box for the. Yep.
And it is. We predicted that direct snap to Jorgen, and he picks up the first down. Just as the rain
it's starting to pick up.
The rain just started to rain pretty hard. Left in the game.
No, excuse us, folks. We're trying to get the camera out of the rain momentarily, if possible. So we may lose visual in a minute or two here. Hand off to Ludovic. He's got a man out in front. And he's able to pick up maybe 2 yards here. Ludovic has been an absolute workhorse tonight. All right, looks like 2nd and maybe 9. There's a flag after the play. Let's wait for the referee's call. Unsportsmanlike on the defense. And that'll be 15 yards and an automatic first down for the Knights. And the rain, folks, has really started to pick up here. I'm sure you can see from your end. But it's coming down hard. And I imagine the Knights will be continually running the ball here up until the end of the fumble on the play. Looks to be recovered by the Bulldogs. Maybe not. And it is going to be off, by the way.
Hang in there, fans. It's just a little shower. We've not had much rain lately.
Okay. All right, so the Knights turn it over on a fumble recovered by the Bulldogs here. Just under 6 minutes left to go, and the score is 35-14. Yeah, the Bulldogs really need a quick drive here, otherwise the time is going to go away. And another delay of game penalty. Well,
the Bulldogs forced a fumble on the Knights.
Yep.
Ball slippery out there. With
yeah, for sure. For sure. It's especially coming in like halfway, I mean, more than halfway throughout the game. It kind of is a bit of a shock in a sense. So yeah, you have to pay attention to details for sure when the rain starts coming down. Double passes on.
Glenn
going deep.
Throwing the ball. He has a man. Drops the ball. Good coverage by Cody Nichols again.
Incomplete.
Well, in the late going, it looks like Cody's trying to compete with Ludovic for that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. He's had a good game. I don't think a ball's been caught on him, maybe one or two, but yeah, you're totally right. He's making a late charge for the cover for next week. The rain is really coming down, folks. Handoff goes to Bellamy, hurdles one, but he's not able to get over the other, and he picks up about 5 on the carry.
5.5 minutes left on the clock. Knights 35, Bulldogs 14. It's all right.
Handoff goes to Bellamy. He's able to pick up 5 or so. Bringing up a 4th and about 4.5. Well, looks a bit, yeah, looks like 4th and a long 6. Handoff again goes to Bellamy, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. The Knights will take over at the 31-yard line of the Bulldogs. And the Knights will just like to get the time on their side here, if they can chew up some clock. And so it looks like they're going to bring out the measuring team, and I think he's well short, but we'll find out in just a second here. And he is short. The Knights will take over on downs.
Knights take over on downs. 1st and 10. Bulldog 28.
First and 10 now for the Knights, and the ball's loose. Recovered by, is that recovered by Luca?
Yep.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 12. Another low snap. The handoff is to Javon Jacobson. Javon Jacobson with the handoff. He's fast.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. He's got a good burst. Once he gets into that open field, he's able to kind of kick it into another gear. And that was a good run by him there to bring up the 3rd and short for the Knights.
3rd and 3. Another bad snap. Ludovic with the carry. He's going to be short. Well, Javon Jacobson's older brother played defensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills. He's now a coach, professional coach. His brother even did some coaching for the Knights.
Yep, totally right. I believe he coaches up in Canada.
Right.
So yeah, definitely cool for not only for Javon but for the rest of the team. And the Knights are going to be going for it here with 4th and about 3 to go.
Well, not a lot of risk with 3 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
Deep into Bulldog territory.
Yep. And timeout.
Timeout is called on the field. The rain's let up some, folks. All right, 4th and
Luca's not even on the field on this play.
The Knights moved early, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
And it's interesting. That's the first time I'm seeing Big Curvins Bonhomme in the backfield for the Knights, and looks like they'll sub him out right here.
Not something they do very often.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, bring about 4th and 7. Loose ball. Luca falls on it. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
And there's been a number of low snaps.
Yeah, you have a hard time, I guess, with the wet ball, and
Yep.
there has been a number of low snaps.
Absolutely right. All right, well, the Bulldogs don't have much of a chance here, barring any real miracles. So they'll just be looking, to maybe get in the end zone a couple more times, and head into next week. Of course, next week the Knights will have the week off.
That's right. It's a bye next week.
So allows the players to get some rest their bodies up. And in 2 weeks' time, I'm not sure who will be playing, Jeff.
In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be playing up in Tallahassee.
I believe you're right. Long play deep. He had a man. That was just a bit overthrown.
But in answer to your question, we're going to be with a bye, no game next week. So we're going to actually see you next on the 14th of September. That's Friday, 7 p.m. We'll start our pregame at 6:30 from Tallahassee. We're going to take on North Florida Christian.
Okay.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. And it looks like the Bulldogs are content with keeping it on the ground and taking this one out.
fumble.
Fumble.
Able to fall on it.
Again, they seem to be content keeping it on the ground, running out the clock. I think at this point it's a wet field. It would take 4 or 5 miracles for them to win the game at this point. I don't think they want to risk the injuries that could come with attempting big plays down the field.
Yeah, I think you're totally right there, Jeff. There's just no real need to extend it. It looks like they're lining up to try to pick up the first at least. Drops back.
And it goes incomplete. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
And with a minute left, I think the Knights will just line up and take a knee, or...
I think the Knights will look to run out the clock at this point.
Agreed.
All right, they're giving it to
still up.
That's Jürgen Goldbratsen with the carry.
24, Goldbratsen on the carry. Knocked out of bounds on the
40 seconds left in the game.
And I think we should see them run it. Ooh, big thunder just rolled through. Yeah, I think we should see them run it one more time, and that'll be the end of the game.
Actually, they don't need to run another play, and they do take a knee. And that's going to wrap up the game. Final score is Knights 35, Taylor County Bulldogs 14. And I think we're pretty set on who is going to win the photo for the next game's link.
Yeah, despite fumbling 2 balls, I thought he really dominated the game from the running back position. I thought he did a great job of finding the holes and picking up yards on crucial downs. So my vote is definitely for Ludovic Choquette. I thought he played great.
I agree, and I think Ludovic really set the tone that the Knights were prepared to play as tough as the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
They're a very tough team, very good team.
For sure. Yeah, he from the get-go, he came out and running the ball hard. So yeah, I think it was well deserved on his part.
All right, well, Ludovic will be featured in our link for the game on September 14th. So that is 2 Fridays from now, and that is in Tallahassee, Florida. As I said, in Tallahassee, if you're not familiar with Florida, is the capital of the state of Florida, and it's about 4 hours north of Tampa Bay, the Clearwater, Tampa Bay area.
For sure.
So we will see you on the 14th of September. Bye-bye.
Alrighty. Good night.
This is Night